This week, Bill Maher took a unique position, defending Fox News host Laura Ingraham against an advertiser boycott led by Parkland activist David Hogg. So first, let me play out the clip, and I have a lot to say about this.
Okay, let me move to domestic affairs. I want to defend Laura Ingraham. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it has to do with the Parkland kids and guns and free speech. Now, I think those kids did a great thing. They put this issue in a place we've never had it before, and I wish them success. But, you know, if you're going to be out there in the arena and make yourselves the champions of this cause, people are going to have the right, I think, to argue back. Now, Laura Ingraham, and we go back to early days of politically incorrect. Oh, my God, there she is, right. Oh, where did the years go? Yeah. Well, and then in the intervening years, I mean, she just has become a deliberately terrible person, I think. You know, just saying horrible things. But you know what? Here's what she tweeted. David Hogg rejected by 4 colleges, because he put that up there, because, of course, we have to share everything, to which he applied and whined about it. Okay. Maybe you shouldn't say that about a 17-year-old, but again, he is in the arena, and then he calls for a boycott of her sponsors. Now, what is, really, is that American? To call for really that?
Let me explain something. Because I
don't think, and he complains about bullying. That's bullying. I have been the victim of a boycott of sponsors. I lost a job once. It is wrong. You shouldn't do this by team. You should do it by principle.
I agree. But listen, here's the thing.
All right. So there's a lot I want to get to here. Now, first up, Bill Maher ends on there saying that David Hogg is the one being the bully. That he's bullying Laura Ingraham because he's the one pushing for an advertiser boycott. No. David Hogg here is simply punching the bully. So Laura Ingraham is the one with the national cable news show. Laura Ingraham is the one with the millions of dollars. Laura Ingraham is the one with the platform that she uses to push down on the oppressed, on the black community, on immigrants, and on the LGBT community. She is the bully. Punching the bully in the face does not now make you the bully. Now, the other part of this and the real meat of the conversation is the right to say what you want versus should you say it. So later on in the clip, and I'll link to it below if you want to watch the full thing, it's about 5 minutes long. Later on, Bill Maher agrees that yes, David Hogg has the right to push for a boycott. He just thinks that David Hogg shouldn't push for a boycott. But Maher only has that position because he himself faced an advertiser boycott in 2001 when he called 9/11 attackers not cowardly because they killed themselves in the attack. So he thinks he's being principled, but he's not. Being principled is simply standing up for the right of these people to say what they want. That doesn't now mean that you need to agree with everything or that you need to support anybody that is also facing an advertiser boycott. No. You can judge each of these situations separately. So in the case of Bill Maher, I don't think that advertiser should have pulled out of his show in 2001. That ultimately led to the cancellation of his show Politically Incorrect. And in this case, because Laura Ingraham is a terrible person, does terrible reporting, is oppressing down on communities that have no power, I think it's perfectly fine to push for an advertiser boycott of her show because I don't think she should have a national platform. That these two ideas aren't in competition with each other. You can defend Bill Maher and attack Laura Ingraham here. So the only principled position in this situation is, do they have the right to say it? Yes, everybody here has the right to say whatever they want without being thrown in jail. That is the right to free speech. That doesn't mean you have the right to no repercussions. Laura Ingraham doesn't have the right to have advertisers on her show. That isn't a right. That doesn't mean you are now against free speech. No, this is simply an advertiser boycott of this individual who is a terrible person. So we need to get away from this idea that we should defend every asshole out there because they have the right. Yeah, they have the right to not be thrown in jail. If the cops were coming to throw Laura Ingraham in jail, yes, I would be defending Laura Ingraham. But that is not what's happening. Laura Ingraham is simply facing an advertiser boycott because she is a terrible person. And people have pushed for that advertiser boycott. That is fine. Now, again, that's my opinion. If you agree with what Laura Ingraham is saying, you may think that no, they shouldn't be pulling out of her show. I think she has a great show. I think she should be allowed on the air and say whatever she wants because she's great. Okay, you can also have that position. So I hope this situation is a little more clear, but I'm actually curious what the community thinks. So let me know in the comments if you agree that, if you agree with Bill Maher in thinking that she shouldn't be boycotted, or if you agree with me in thinking that the situation of you can have a principled position on the right to free speech, but that doesn't mean that you are also free from repercussions. So let me know in the comments because I'm super curious what you all think. Hey, if you like this video, hit that subscribe button below and consider throwing me a few bucks on Patreon at patreon.com/therationalnational or therationalnational.com/join.